thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to do this look only using drugstore products. So drugstore products means anything from Priceline, chemists, supermarkets, and not your Sephora, your Mecca, and other department stores. So I'm going to go through all the products that I've got, and they're minimal products because you can use some products more than one way. I want to show you that you can look this glam without the price tag. You don't need a ton of products. You don't need to spend a ton of money. So I want to show you that you can do this at home using your basics. Most people who use makeup at home have the bare essentials: foundation, setting powder, bronzers, highlighters, eyeshadows, liquid liner, eyeliner, whatever it may be. So you could create this look at home. Let's get cracking and I can show you how to get this look. Now, before we start any makeup, I've always explained to you guys that skincare is super important. So I already have put on my eye gel, I've put on some hydration gel, and I've put on some moisture binding cream. So whatever your skincare regime is, make sure you wash your face, you exfoliate it if you are going out, so the makeup will sit on your skin as perfectly as possible, as flawlessly as possible. So it's super important to prep your skin before you start. Now, also, if you are going out, this is a must. So sunscreen is a must. This is from Priceline. It's the sunscreen that I use, as it is an SPF 50. It's also perfect for protection against UVA and UVB. So what that means is that it's got good coverage for when the sun is out and also on cloudy days, because you can get a lot of skin damage from cloudy days as well, because the UV will damage the skin without you even realizing. So regardless of what the weather is outside, always use a sunscreen. So we'll pop some of that on. And as I said, I find this one is amazing because even though it's going on, it's called Invisible Zinc. So it's sheer defense. It's great for sensitive skin, but also it will dry to a clear consistency, not dry, absorb in as a clear consistency. So bear with me because I'm going to be looking in the mirror as well as to the camera. But, and the bonus is it's sensitive skin formulates lightweight mineral shield, and it's 2-hour water resistant. Now, the bonus about this is you can also get this in a tinted moisturizer, well, sunscreen moisturizer. So Priceline ladies, that's where I get this from. And even the men, pop some sunscreen on. You guys spend a lot, especially tradies, you guys spend so much time outdoors. Putting a sunscreen on will help to death. So I am going to be using this foundation. Now this is Revlon Photo Ready Insta Filter. So it is Natural Tan 330. It is brilliant. So the beauty about this product is it comes with a sponge, and the product comes out of that hole at the top. So all you have to do is pop that up like that and then just apply it. Okay, as you need, wind it up. Now, you can use the sponge on this to blend it all in. I don't, because I prefer my makeup brush. So, but as you can see, you can pop it on and then you can blend it out. So I won't do that though, but you can. That's the bonus of it. Comes with the sponge. So it is brilliant. The beauty is that some of my favorite brushes are from Priceline. So they're the Real Techniques brushes, and they are just as great as any professional brand brushes. So you can even get your hands on some of those. So we're just going to blend it out. Now, obviously the coverage on these drugstore brands, especially the liquid ones, you probably need to build them up for full coverage. So I'll usually blend this up, and then if I need extra, I'll just apply a bit more. So it depends what your event is. If it's a day event, you probably don't want to go as heavy. If it's an evening event, you probably do want to. Don't forget your neck, blend it down your neck. There's nothing more terrible than seeing it stop on your jawline. Now, that's pretty good coverage already. I like a little bit more around here where I get my pigmentation, so yep. Get your brush again. Now also, I don't like extra product in my lines or anything like that. So you don't need a beauty blender. You can buy these from Priceline. They're your wedges. You can buy a beauty blender from Priceline or drugstore brands. So I love these, bit old school like that. And then I just kind of blend where there's extra product where I don't want it, which is usually around the eye and lip area. Yeah, and if you're going out, ladies, don't forget to pop a bit of product on your ears, because your ears go red faster than any part of your face. So if you're out and you're getting all, you know, if you're at the club or at a wedding or something and you're dancing away, you don't want your ears to stand out like tomatoes. So always pop a bit on there, okay? So loving that coverage, you know, and it's just, I didn't put on a great deal, which is great. Next, I will be using Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, which is a treatment concealer. Now, this is a liquid one, which is fabulous for all skin types, especially mature age skin. Okay, and comes in various shades. You can contour, you can highlight with it. Again, if you twist, it's a twist top. If you twist, and then I just pop it on. If you want more, you just keep twisting. And again, because when you're using this, the twist bottles, it actually even shows you how much you're using. See? Drops down, so then you won't run out of product. Yep. I try and stay away from my eye areas here with concealer because I don't want excess product there because it can fall in your lines. Grab your beauty blender, your wedge. Yep. Nice and easy. Keep your pressure quite light, because when you press too much, it can either get really, it can really pack into your lines, or it can actually move your foundation completely. Now what I do is if I flip over my wedge, and I just run it right under the eyes here to take off any product that's too much, too heavy for the eye. There we go. Voila. Next we'll be using this L'Oreal Paris Jolly Bronze powder. And this is basically going to set my foundation as well as give me a little bit of colour. Now again, with powders like this, don't swipe because I find it moves your foundation. I just dab. And look, when you're doing your makeup, I'm flying through this. It's because practice, yeah? I've been doing this for years. Don't worry how long it takes you. Now, always get a smaller brush, like something like that. And go over your eyes because it will set it so your eyeshadow stays on properly. And so it's got something to grab to. All right, under, not too much under because we don't want it to sit into your eye. Now, the good thing about this powder is because it is so bronzed, we're actually going to use this as eyeshadow today. And then I'm going to show you another product that we're going to use along with it. Okay, so today, as I said, we're going to use this as eyeshadow, and we're going to double it up with the Master Chrome by Maybelline, and it's a highlighter, but we're going to use it as eyeshadow as well. So it's fantastic because you can get two uses out of this instead of just using it as a highlighter. So we're going to use that as eyeshadow. I always use a smaller brush. I'm old school, and then I blend it out. So now if you are wanting darker eyeshadow, obviously go and get yourself some drugstore eyeshadows, but the concept is the same. If you are not wanting a great dark eye or, you know, colorful eye and stuff, you can just use bronzers because it will kind of give you the same look. So you just put in your crease line first. Now, obviously, because it's bronzer, build it up. It's not going to be dark as soon as you put it on there, but you build it up to create the darkness. As I said, it's not going to be completely dark like if you're doing a smoky eye or anything like that. But if you just want a bit of contrast, see? So you're getting the same look. If you want to then blend it out. Blend it out. You can use whatever brush you've got at home. And then just blend. See? So you're getting the same look as you would with eyeshadow, but it's just bronzer. So you get the same. So let's do this eye. Always in your crease line or wherever you want to use your eye. Some people just use eyeshadow on the ends. I like to go into my socket line, which is the line in between your mobile lid and your brow bone. And we just blend it out. Now, I'm a bit old school, as I said, so I tend to use this smaller brush for more control of where the product's going, which is how I was taught. Get you a bigger brush to blend it so it softens the line. Yep. Beautiful. Now we want to do the same for underneath the eye. So we're going to go in. Yeah, baby. Yeah. A bit more on this side. Yep. Then what we're going to do is the Balm Cosmetics. The Balm Cosmetics has this bronzer, and it's a little bit darker than the one that we're using. So you can even grab a bit of that bronzer and just go underneath. Yep. You can even go back over and put a bit in there. This one's got a shimmer through it, so yeah, you can play around with your bronzers. Same thing though. You can use them as eyeshadow. Okay, then the Master Chrome will come into play now. All right, so this is your Master Chrome. And this one we are going to use on your inner eye. So it's going to highlight. Just like a shimmer glitter eyeshadow would do. If anything, this will make your eye pop even more because that's what it's designed to do. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Love that. Now what you can also do is, if you just want a little bit on your brow bone, don't put as much, don't do it as intensely. And you bring it up here. A little bit here. Yep. Fabulous. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do our eyebrows, and I'll be using L'Oreal Pomade in the Paradise Pomade. So I haven't used this before, so this shall be a bit of a learning curve for me as well. So the beauty about this is you get your pomade, then you also get a brush to do it with. It looks a bit smaller than I would use normally, so I'm going to try with this brush, otherwise I'll go back to my normal trusty brush. So comb them out. I don't have much of a shape, they're quite thin, so okay. Let's try. So you pop a bit of product on the tip there. Yeah, glide it. Shorter strokes is better. Now, it is a small brush, so I'm going to go back to my trusty brush, which is just an angled makeup brush. All right, now what I do is I normally outline the brows first, and then you can go in and fill them in. If need be, fill in your gaps. Yeah, it's good coverage. And a lot cheaper than your Anastasia Beverly Hills ones. So if you're trying to get a similar look, this definitely seems to have the same sort of consistency, which is good. Yep, just fill in where you got gaps. Create your shape how you normally would. Yeah, look at that. What a difference. Now, if you go over your line and stuff like that, don't panic, because you can just get a brush and kind of use some foundation and kind of clean it up around and stuff. So, all right, I'm just going to go and do the other one. Now with the brows done, that's impressive. I like that pomade. As I said, Anastasia Beverly Hills has got a great product, but it is more expensive. You can get the same consistency with that, so that's brilliant. Next, we are doing liquid liner, and this is L'Oreal Paris Ultra Precision Super Liner in black. Now, I do sometimes use their brown one, which is fabulous, and I love these brushes. So the bonus of this is if you tilt your head back, look down, it'll give you more of a precise line. Start from your inner. Small strokes as close to your lash line. If you use more shorter strokes, you have more control onto where the line goes. If you go really quick, you might get the skipping of your skin, and it's not a good look. So if you just use your shorter strokes, and then build it out at the end. Now we try and do our line to match up with our brow, our wing. So if you're going out straighter, you might end up looking like you're a little bit heavy-eyed on the ends, like slanted. So we're trying to lift the eye. So you can even do a bit of an outline first and then fill it in. So we'll kind of drag it out a little bit. Now re-dip, yeah. See? And then fill it in. If you need to, just close your eye a bit more, looking downwards. Yeah. Depending on how thick you want it. And I've just gone extra because I want to show you. If you do stuff it, don't panic because, you know, it is fixable. If you get a Q-tip, the pointed ones, before it dries, I tend to yeah, and then you can go over it with a bit of foundation on the end of that. Yeah, you can get sponge. So it's not the be all and end all. You can fix it. Yeah. So we're going to do the other one. Always one side is a bit easier than the other depending on if you're left or right-handed. Again, stick to short strokes. There's a bit more control. Now your wetter liquid liners are easier to control than your gel liners. But still, short strokes is the way to go. Do your outline. And then fill it in. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, simple. Wings, I got wings. All right, so you can drag them out as much as you like or if you don't like. And look, when you're looking at it, you can decide whether it's, if it's even or not. So let's do this. Hold on. Now look, being a makeup artist doesn't mean that you're going to get the perfect wing every time because so many times I'll do it and it looks absolutely terrible. So don't panic. It's fixable. Try again. Practice makes perfect, just like with everything. So if at first you don't succeed, keep trying because you will master it. The more you do it, the more you will master it. So that's just my little tip. Practice is the key to everything. Okay, now let's move on to a mascara. So I absolutely love this L'Oreal Paradise mascara. It leaves your lashes looking amazing. For a drugstore brand, it's brilliant. Apparently they compare it to, I think, Benefit Better Than Sex mascara. So it is brilliant. Comes in waterproof and normal. I prefer the normal ones. I'm not a big fan of waterproof mascaras except for bridal parties. So, brush. Again, I look downwards. Make sure you go from your root and you can brush from side to side and that will help to lift the root upwards. All right. Just short ones. You don't want to get to the point where you touch your actual lash line and then it kind of kicks into your lid. But you do want to get as close to it as possible because even though we're going to be putting on lashes, you still want your lashes to be covered. The reason why I like to put mascara on my lashes first before I put fake lashes on is if you don't put mascara on your lashes and then you put your fake ones on, the fake ones will curl upwards and your lashes will be straight down. Then when you go and put your mascara on top of lashes, they can move the actual fake lash and then if it unglues and unsticks, then it can get a bit messy. So I like to put mascara on my lash before I put on fake lashes. Again, from as close to the root as you can, and then to the tip. And then that will give you a bit of a lift in your lashes. Now, some people will say to you, it's easier to put on fake lashes before you put on mascara, and that's true because your lashes are facing down. But then I also find that you can mess them up when you're trying to put your mascara on top of them. So it's personal preference, I suppose. Then I go back, and if you want a double coat, you can put on a double coat before it dries completely. And what a difference. Great mascara, this one. Don't forget your bottom lash. Isn't it quite funny? We all pull such funny faces when we're doing this makeup, but it's whatever works for you. Okay. Beautiful. Yep. Look at that. Great. Now, the only product that I will not be using today that is a drugstore product is Amore Lashes by Coco Rouge. Now, this is the sister brand of my Coco Rouge brand, and Amore Lashes are clear band 3D mink lashes. And this one is Principessa, which is Princess, and it's the signature lash of this brand, of this lash line. Now, yes, you can buy drugstore brand lashes. Yes, they'll still look good. Great quality lashes is really the only way I'd go when it comes to lashes. But get your hands on these, babes. Now, it's important to use a fabulous glue when you're putting on lashes. Otherwise, you will find that they could possibly fall off during the night. Which we don't want that. The beauty of Amore Lashes, it comes with extra glue. So you can actually pop that little vial into your bag and take it with you. Now, I'm using Duo glue. I'm actually using Duo glue for the lashes today. And this is a brush on one. So you just put some on the tip of your lashes. Now, Amore lashes you can wear up to 15 times. So these ones I have worn before. So you just got to make sure that you clean them properly, put them back in your box, and then they're ready to go the next time that you're done, that you need them. All right, so I'm just putting the glue on now, and then we need to wait for them to get to dry a little bit. So again, on your tip, yep, don't forget your ends. You don't need a ton of glue. They're going to stick, they're not going anywhere. So I'm just going to let them dry for a little bit. While they're doing that, we're going to do a little bit of contour. We'll start our contour and then we'll come back to it. So the Balm Cosmetics, as I mentioned before, they're bronzer. You can use that as contour. So I pop it on quite dramatically first in the hollow bits of your... So if you need to suck in your face so you can see it, that's where we're putting it. Right, go down here, follow your jawline, and then I'll come back and I'll blend. To soften that line so it's not so dramatic, but you're still going to have that chiseled look. Yep. Right, under here, that's to hide your double chin. Love contouring for that. Whichever brush suits you. Right, if you want a slightly thicker brush, you get a slightly thicker brush. There's no right or wrong with brushes these days. It's whatever you feel comfortable with using. Again, we're going to contour our nose. I prefer contouring with powder because it's less cakey. Yep. There we go. Let's check on these lashes. Still not tacky enough, so we'll just leave them there for a sec. So this is the Balm Cosmetics again, and this is Mary Lou. Oh no, who's she? Yeah, Mary Lou, Maneater. So that's a highlighter that we're going to put on our nose. So put that along there. There we go. Look at that. That's so good. If you're not sure you've blended out your nose a bit, just go a bit more. Yep. Looking good. All right, lashes. Okay, so when you know it's ready to go, when you touch it and you don't, when you touch the glue and there's none on your finger, that means it's ready to stick. So if you look down, tilt your head back slightly, place your lash in the middle. Right, then you grab your end and pull on top of your lash. Now if it's not dry enough, that lash is going to go all over the place, which is what we don't want. So, but if it's tacky, it'll actually stick but still move. Yeah. If you're unsure if you've put it in the right place, drag your lid back, and that will sit it on your lash line. Look at that. Now that white bits of the glue, well, it's now turning, it's like a bluey. That is going to dry completely clear. See? Nice and easy. Again, tilt your head back, put it in the center on your lash line. So yes, so you bring this up over your lash, put it in place, hold it on the inner eye, and that's pretty much them. And then what you want to do is, because you might even still be able to see your lashes from underneath, grab your tweezers and just press them down together. And that will make them feel more secure, and also attach your ones to them a bit better. Don't worry if your glue hasn't dried completely, because so it will still be a bit white. That's pretty much so you can see where you're applying them. Right. Yeah. Be gentle because they are still wet, so look at that. What a difference. Woohoo. So they are still drying, so you can see a bit of white in them still. So we'll let them do their thing and we'll move on to the next bit. Next, what I'm using is Maybelline Master Fix, which is Baking Brightening Loose Powder. So this is a brilliant product. So it's got like that banana-y, like a Laura Mercier, but more of a banana-y color. Probably wouldn't wear this much makeup on myself, but I just want to show you what it can do. So yeah, it's loose. Again, I'm using a Real Techniques brush. Pop it on. It's going to do what your Laura Mercier would do. Highlight. Depending on how much you're putting on, you can put more and then just swipe it off. So see, doing its thing. All right, doing its thing. Yep. Yep. See? Beautiful. Getting there, ladies. So I'm just going to use a bit of bronzer and a bit of blush for the blush. So I'm using Face of Australia Primrose blush and the Balm Cosmetics Betty Lou bronzer. So I'm going to kind of put a bit of bronzer, but then I'm going to put a bit of color on top of that. So yeah, beautiful. And I'll just use the Primrose. Like a bit of color on my cheeks these days. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. Blend it out in case you feel like it's too dramatic. There we go. Hey you. Now lastly, I'm going to do some lipstick. Now I am in love with NYX products. NYX lipsticks. This one is 628, which is, I think that's how they talk about their colors. So it's just by number. And I will be using Rimmel in East End Snob lip liner. I don't know which way are we going. Rimmel. So love Rimmel lip liners. Love them. The beauty of a drugstore brand, sometimes the lip liners can be creamier than the professional ones that you buy. So the Rimmel lip liners I absolutely adore. I think they are highly pigmented. I feel like they glide on so easily. So I really recommend. I even use these on some of my customers because they're long lasting, they're pigmented, they're beautiful. So lip liner. Lip liners are a must for me. I know a lot of the younger generation don't use lip liners, but I just find they shape your lip a lot better, and it prevents the lipstick bleeding into your skin. So now don't be afraid to mix colors. Sometimes the one lip liner is not the correct color, so I will always mix them up. And yeah, shorter strokes again, it will give you more control. Voila. All right, now we'll put on, now I do have another Rimmel lip liner here, which is Cappuccino, and more than likely I'll go over it with that, but let's pop on some lippy. Super rich, super creamy. Now I do like darker lip liner, so I'll go over it with that Cappuccino. Yeah, look at that. And then just get a lip brush. Right. I put a bit of highlighter on. And that's the Master Chrome Studio Fix. Sorry, the Master Chrome by Maybelline. So just a bit on the tip of your nose, on your cheeks, a little bit over there. So you shine from the gods. Yeah. So normally I'd put that on after I do my blush, but I missed it, so I'm popping it in now. And now some setting spray, and this is the Maybelline Lasting Fix. Beautiful. Yeah. Now I'm going to go sort out my hair and I'll come back and show you the final look.